is 5 o'clock on this Wednesday evening, November 29th, 2017. It's time now for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on this Wednesday evening, November 29th, 2017. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. It's 5 o'clock on this Wednesday evening and on. Top story in Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on this Wednesday evening is NBC News fires Matt Lauer after sexual misconduct review after 20 years as co-host on the Today Show. President Trump shares inflammatory anti-Muslim videos and British leader condemns them. Senate rushes tax bill forward, but Republicans split over key details. 7 critical truths about North Korea. Tapper killed suspect charged with 4 cancer murder. Croatian war criminal dies after swallowing poison in court. 2. Report says President Trump can't let go of the Obama birth certificate conspiracy. Brexit cost rises as Britain retreats on divorce demands. Gold dealer turns star witness details alleged bribes to senior Turkish official. White House bars one in a few black journalists from attending the Christmas party. Trump suggested a 2001 death of Joe Scarborough Ada is an unsolved mystery. It isn't. Justice appears to have favored more restraints on government access to digital information. Sessions hints at shifts in federal marijuana enforcement. Attleboro man convicted of the rape and indecent assault of a young girl. No sympathy for NBC's Matt Lauer among Plainville seniors. Attleboro, a city man, has been indicted in a federal court in Hartford, Connecticut for allegedly participating in a heroin trafficking ring that distributed narcotics in southwestern Connecticut and Providence. Outgoing Federal Reserve Chair Jenny Yellen told Congress on Wednesday to expect gradual increase in interest rates because of concerns about growth. Members of the Supreme Court on Wednesday appeared to digital privacy ranted in the case involving FBI's use of the cell phone tracking data without a warrant. President Trump traveled to Missouri on Wednesday and its Republican plan to overhaul the U.S. tax code. American Airlines accidentally gave too many pilots Christmas off. FCC chairman takes a swipe at Silicon Valley. Okay, look at that stocks now. Up 103 with 97 points at 23.94.68. SP 5 at 97 cents at 26.26 below 7. And Nasdaq 97 points at 68.24.39. Prehistoric women work so much their arms were stronger than today's female rowers. DNA analysts solved the Yeti mystery. They're bears. 2 incredible new quantum machines that made actual science discoveries. Cells with lab-made DNA produce a new kind of protein, a holy grail for synthetic biology. Peter Children's time is 5:02 on this Wednesday evening, and it's time now for a sports report. Boston Bruins will be squaring off against the Tampa Bay Lightning at 8 o'clock at the TD Garden in Boston. While Japanese baseball star Shohei Ohtani is being compared to Babe Ruth, Eli Manning started against 8 different Redskins quarterbacks during a consecutive game streak. College football postseason picture in white 14 explained quickly. Eric Reid, Michael Thomas break from NFL Players Coalition cite issues with founders. Peter Children's time is 5:03 on this Wednesday evening, and it's time now for traffic and transit park. Beep beep! Let's study off on the MBTA, where the shuttle bus replaced Red Line service between North Quincy and Braintree stations on Sunday. Thursday from approximately 9 p.m. at the end of the service. We're back in the air. Take a look at the commuter rail. Rockport train 4:15 p.m. from North Station up in 5 minutes Piasca between Chelsea and Rockport due to police activity. But otherwise, commuter rail, subway and ferries are looking good. Okay, look at the highways and byways of New England. Down in Rhode Island, 95 minutes up on side. It is slow from 126 all the way to downtown Providence. Around Route 610 connector slow in both ends from 10 to downtown Providence. 95 on the northbound side. It is slow from 37 Walkway to downtown Providence. 185 westbound side slow from Seacock to the downtown Providence. 95 southbound side slow from 295 to Route 4 in East Greenwich. 295 on the northbound side slow from 37 and Warwick all the way out to Johnson. And 295 on the southbound side slow from Johnson and Cranston. 146 on the northbound side, so after Route 9 and 146A in North Smithfield. And 13 eastbound side, also in Jamestown stretch. Meadow Bridge on the northbound side. It's a little slow. Out in the Cape. It's looking good on 6th and Sagamore down Orleans. 128 on the northbound side. Little slow around the Bourne Rotary. 495 is southbound side, so from Route 30 Westboro all the way down Hopkins. 95 on the southbound side, so from 120 Canton all the way to Route 295 in Albert. 24 southbound side, it is stop go from 120 Canton all the way to Route 140 in Taunton. 3 on southbound side, so the Braintree stretch. 120 on the northbound side, so the Braintree all the way to Route 20 Randolph. 120 on the southbound side, so from Lexington all the way down the Braintree split. Southern Expressway on both ends is backed up for the Dorchester on the Braintree stretch. South feeds the Expressway southbound side, so from the Mass Pike all the way down the Braintree split. 93 in both ends downtown Boston is backed up. Mass Pike eastbound side, a little slow for the Newton corner, and then Hipper scan from Put Tunnel all the way down to South Boston and Mass Pike westbound side. So from Logan Airport down to South Boston and then hit the brakes again as it's bogged down on the Pike westbound from Austin Brett Tolls all the way up to Framingham. 120 on both ends is back to Route 9 and Wellesley all the way to the Mass Pike in Weston. 120. 93 on the northbound side. It's backed up between the Second Bridge, Boston, all the way up into Methuen. Some of the county tunnels are a little slow. Route 1 on the northbound side, so from Chilton and Revere, and slow from Revere all the way to Linfield Tunnel. Up north of Boston, 120 on the northbound side, so from 3 in Burlington all the way down to Route 95 and Route 1 in Peabody. 120 is southbound side. It is slow for the Beverly stretch of the Peabody. 120 on the northbound side, so from 95 in Peabody all the way down to Denver's. Route 3 on the northbound side, it is slow from 120 in Burlington all the way up to Tingsboro. 95, it's looking good from 120 Kent, 128 in Peabody all the way up in the New Hampshire border. 495 on the southbound side, it is slow from 93 in Andover down in the Lowell. 495 on the northbound side, so from Route 3 in Lowell down at 133 in Tewksbury. 495 on the northbound side of Lowell, so the Lawrence and Hayville stretches. Route 2 on the westbound side is slow from Route 111 in Hartford and all the way down to Shirley. And Route 199, the northbound side is slow from the Leominster stretch. 290 on the westbound side, it is slow from the Shrewsbury all the way to Route 9 in Worcester. And 91 on the southbound side, it is slow for the Springfield stretch. And 91 on the northbound side, also the Springfield stretch. 91 on the southbound side, it is slow around the Springfield stretch around Route 91. And Mass Pike westbound side, also the Bunford stretch. In Connecticut, 91 on both ends back between 305 rated to downtown Hartford, Connecticut. 91 on the southbound side, so from Hartford down to Rocky Hill. 84 on both ends, also at Hartford stretch, it's backed up all the way to Hartford area. 84 westbound side, it is slow from Hartford down to Farmington. And then hit extend from Waterbury, Connecticut. And then 84 eastbound side, also at Sandy Hook. And eastbound side, 84 slow between Denbury and Sandy Hook. Merritt Parkway eastbound side, so from Seven all the way down to Trumbull. 95 on the southbound side, it is slow for Greenwich Stretch to 95 on the northbound side, so from Seven all the way down to Bridgeport. And 95 on the southbound side, so from New Haven down to West Haven. And 91 on the southbound side, also the New Haven stretch. And 95 on the northbound side, also West Haven stretch. And up north. Everett turn back on the southbound side, and also the Merrimack stretch. Spalding turn back on the northbound side, also the Newton stretch. And up north, up in Maine, it's looking good. The main turback's looking good from Kittery to Augusta, except a little few slow spots after 202 in Auburn and Hippick. And on main turback on the both ends around 295 in Gardner, Maine. And up in Vermont, Interstate 87 on the southbound side, it's a little slow upstate New York after the Canadian border, and 89 northbound 91 on the southbound side, a little slow in upstate Vermont around the Canadian border, and over 15 on the northbound side, so it's southern Quebec headed towards Montreal, and onward 55, so in southern Quebec headed towards the U.S. border. And Interstate 87 on the northbound side, a little slow on Route 77 in Detroit, and New York State 3 is slow between Albany and Schenectady. Peter Channel time is 5:09 on this Wednesday evening, and it is time now for a weather report. And the calendar may read November 29th, but it look like it was a taste of spring, as it turned out to be a beauty in the weather department on a Wednesday. Beautiful sun and high temperatures in the 50s. Some spots reached around 60, so it made it perfect for a beautiful day in New England. And Even I saw at the Golf Leonard Center on Leonard Street at Norton, I saw a few people wanted to try out a golf clubs just before December. As we look at the weather outside and look at the moon on this beautiful Wednesday evening, it turned out to be a Wednesday evening, and it is now windy, but the winds are going to die it down once tonight rolls in. Okay. Let's take a look at our current conditions in Norton, Massachusetts. It is at 5:10 p.m. It is 50 degrees. Our temperature, dew point about 30 degrees. And humidity 46%, and barometer 30.08 inches. Current conditions around the region: 56 in Boston, 52 in Bedford and Beverly. Bedford 52 in Fitchburg, 51 in Beverly and Gloucester, 47 in Worcester, 55 in Norwood, 57 in Taunton, Plymouth, and New Bedford and Falmouth, and Chatham, 53 in Portsmouth, 52 in Nantucket, 54 in Martha's Vineyard, 52 in Providence, 55 in Quonset, 56 in Buckeye, and it's 57 in Montauk, 16 in Islip in New York City, and Bridgeport and New Haven, it's 55 in Bridgeport, 55 in Denver, 51 in Waterbury, 53 in Bridgeport, 53 in Meriden, it's 50 in Hartford, 49 in Springfield, it's 44 in North Adams, 43 in Pittsfield, 47 in Albany, New York, and Silver Springs, 41 in Rutland, Vermont, 45 in Benton and Barber, Vermont, it's 43 in Lebanon, New Hampshire, 41 in LaCroix, New Hampshire, 45 in Concord and Manchester, New Hampshire, and 47 in Nashville, New Hampshire, 46 in Chatham, New Hampshire, 49 in Keene, New Hampshire, 45 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and 46 up in Portland, Maine. Alright, looking at the surface map around the country. Shows a cold front from Nevada stretching up in the northern Montana, emerging a warm front for the Dakotas, and a pink from northeast Montana stretching up to Manitoba. From my low pressure down for the Rockies, from my down for western Arizona, and from my up and down the California coast and down for Baja California, Mexico, and from my off the Louisiana Gulf Coast, and from my stretching for the Carolinas and off the Carolina coast, and low pressure around Oklahoma and from Oklahoma down through Colorado, and station front from a cold front from Texas all the way to Louisiana, and merged with a station front from Arkansas stretching down for Kentucky, and merged with a cold from Kentucky stretching all the way up the New England coast and up in the eastern Canada. And high pressure ridges in Oregon, Four Corner region, western Texas, northern Great Lakes, Georgia, and off the Carolina coast. It's 39 degrees in Winnipeg and Toronto, 43 in Detroit, 53 in Pittsburgh, 59 in Cincinnati, 47 in Chicago, 63 in Charleston, West Virginia, it's 65 in Nashville, 69 in Raleigh, North Carolina, 66 in Washington, D.C., 65 in Atlanta, 81 in Miami and Brownsville, Texas, 65 in Dallas, Texas, it's 51 in Kansas City, 50 in Omaha, Nebraska, 46 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 44 in Great Falls, Montana, 50 in Seattle, 62 in San Francisco, 68 in Los Angeles, it's 65 in Las Vegas, it's 76 in Phoenix, 54 in Albuquerque, Mexico, 63 in Denver, and 49 in Salt Lake City, Utah. Okay, let's take a look at the regional radar, and it shows snow showers covering much of northeastern New Hampshire down in western Maine around Renford, Maine, and snow around eastern Maine, south of Holton, Maine, stretching in the subcentral portions of New Brunswick, and rain showers coming on much of coastal Nova Scotia, on the eastern side of Nova Scotia, and southwestern portions of Prince Edward Island, and some snow showers south of Quebec. And seeing some clouds from northeast Vermont and southern Quebec, and up in the northern New Hampshire, down in western and central and east, north central and eastern portions of Maine, and in the southeastern region of the U.S., rain showers off the Florida's Gold Coast, and rain showers and storms around southern Florida around the Miami area and south of Fort Myers, and rain around south central Louisiana, and some rain showers off the Texas coast, and raining around western portions of Tennessee and the northern portions of Arkansas and southern portions of Missouri, and clouds coming much to the central Texas and western Oklahoma and northeastern New Mexico. And looking at the Midwest radar, clouds coming on much of eastern Illinois down for Indiana and northwestern portions of Kentucky. In clouds covering much of Minnesota all the way to the Colorado Rockies, and some rain showers in central portions of South Dakota, and rain, sleet, and snow from northern North Dakota, and then up into Manitoba, and rain showers off the western Washington coast and southwestern British Columbia, and some clouds from northern California, Nevada, and southwestern portions of Oregon, and then clouds covering much of Idaho to Montana, now the northwestern portions of Wyoming, and around the Yellowstone Valley, and clouds covering much of southern British Columbia, and now the southwestern portions of Alberta. Okay, what I am thinking. Sunset today, 4:13, and early sunsets, 4:11, December 6th to December 10th. It'll be much cooler tonight in the 20s, light rain early Friday, and a dry and a cool weekend. Okay, let's take a look at a forecast discussion for tonight. It's going to be seasonally cool weather returns tonight up behind the departing cold front, and high pressure provides dry and cool conditions Thursday with a morning sunshine giving away afternoon clouds that a cold front brings scattered showers to the area Thursday night and early Friday with mainly dry. And seasonally mild conditions early next week and potential for colder Arctic air towards the later half of next week. So bundle up because it's going to be a freezing cold next week. Cold front now offshore with wind shifting in the northwest at Nantucket and CQX and strong CAA and modest pre-rise fall capital associated with a photo passengers Brazilian and post-frontal wind gusts up to 40 knots, 46 miles an hour BAFS. Winds will remain stronger early this evening with CAA pecking around 008. Thereafter, winds will be getting the slack wind and eventually become calm as 1028 millibar high pressure crescent over the area by 12Z. Thursday will also set the stage at ideal radiation cool and conditions should be mostly clear skies, light wind and the drier mass trends to the dip in the 20s, region-wide low 30s along the coast, including the urban areas. These temperatures are right on track for late November. Minimum would derive from M-West and bias correct to M-West. The rate, 7-day forecast goes like this. Tonight, clear skies with low at 27 degrees. Northwest about 5 to 7 miles coming after midnight. Winds gust as high as 36 miles an hour. Thursday, most of the sun's got about 44 degrees, light variable wind. Thursday night, chance of showering after 11 p.m. Most of the clouds got about 38 degrees and light south wind, chance space is 40%. And if you're going to go to the Boston Common tree lighting tomorrow in Boston, 6 p.m. will be 41 degrees with part cloud skies, and 8 p.m. 44 degrees and overcast skies. Alright. For Friday, to start off the month for December, chance of shower mainly before 8 a.m. Patch about for 80 miles. Most of the cloud skies will be coming sun skies in the afternoon with a high of 50 degrees and calm coming in the northwest by 6 miles in the afternoon, with then chance precipitation is 30% Fahrenheit, most of the coast about 26 degrees, and north about 6 miles an hour. For Saturday, most of the sunny, most of the coast about 44, about 28 degrees. For Sunday, most of the sunny, most of the coast about 47, about 30 degrees. Monday, sunny, the most of the coast about 47, about 34 degrees. Tuesday, patchy fog otherwise, most of the coast about 53, about 39 degrees. And for Wednesday, a chance of rain, most of the coast about 52 degrees, and chance space is 40%. And that's going to be it for the Peter Chill 5 o'clock news on this November 29th, 2017, and on a Wednesday, PJ, which will be have a good evening, goodbye, dude, and I'll see you tonight at 11 o'clock with a later report. Hope you have a good evening.